So I've been testing a lot more AI tools lately, and if I'm being honest, this one kind of blew me away. And in this video, guys, I'm going to be reviewing Blaze AI, telling you what I like, what I don't like, and ultimately who this AI tool is best suited for. So be sure to stick around for the entire video. And if this is your first time to the channel, welcome. My name is Ryan, and my mission is to help you navigate the overwhelming world of artificial intelligence. And if you want to know my favorite AI tools and prompts that I'm using every day for marketing and content creation, be sure to get my free AI Marketing Essentials Guide. You can find the link for that below this video. But now let's get back in and review Blaze AI. Now, quick disclaimer to be transparent with you guys, Blaze AI did not pay me to make this video. They did give me access to a free account. That way I could dive in for weeks, discover all the bells and whistles that I like, what I don't like, and just test everything so I can give you a proper and honest review. And I also want you guys to realize that my email gets flooded literally every single day by AI tools wanting me to do reviews just like this one. So I have to be very careful and properly vet AI tools to make sure that they are high quality, that I can promote them to you. And after testing Blaze AI for several weeks, I promise you will find some value out of this tool if you're using it correctly. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. The very first thing I want to cover in this Blaze AI review is its website and also its marketing. Now, I don't know about you guys, but the very first time I actually saw Blaze AI was when I was scrolling through TikTok or Instagram and I saw an ad just like this. I'm going to play a few seconds of this.
Stop paying for ChatGPT and use this secret AI tool instead.
I really like is how you can.
So I'm going to pause that. I don't want the music to play, obviously, for copyright, but you saw that's one heck of a hook right there, right? Stop using ChatGPT, pay for this AI tool instead. And so when I look at these tools like this, I'm like, well, I bet you this is ChatGPT, because if I'm being honest, guys, most of these AI writing and AI SaaS tools are white label OpenAI, and they're upcharging the user on API calls. I made a whole video ranting about this, and I'll leave that in the description below if you want to check it out. But the more I started testing Blaze AI, this is much more than ChatGPT. I got to give them credit. They actually delivered on what that hook said. This is almost like a built-in Canva. It's got social media management functionality, so a Hootsuite or a Sprout Social is built into this as well. I'm going to talk about more of these features here in a little bit, but the very first thing that I want to go over here is their website and also their pricing. Now, pricing is probably the most important factor when it comes to AI tools like Blaze AI. And in terms of their website, it's a very unique design. I'm going to put it that way. A lot of superhero marketing. I think it's gimmicky in my opinion, but if it works, it works. I'm not going to criticize them for that. And so they like to use a lot of gamification, I noticed, just when creating accounts and things of that nature. But it is an interesting UI. I have to just say that, and I'll leave it there. So if you come to their pricing, all you need to do is click pricing on top, and this takes you right to the pricing page. Now, the first thing I notice is Blaze AI offers a 25% off annual discount, but before you do that, I would never recommend subscribing to an annual plan for any AI tool like this unless you've used it for several months and you trust it and it works well for you. I'd always go month to month, but even before that, I'd recommend getting the 7-day free trial that Blaze has to offer. This is a pretty long duration for a free trial. Most are 24 hours, a couple days, etc. And I do have a special link you can find in the video description and pinned comment below to start using that free trial. I do get some kickback from that, so you would be supporting my channel at no additional expense to you if you're interested in trying Blaze AI. And it does start at $34 a month on the creator plan, and you get the following features here. You get one seat, one brand voice, one account per social platform, 30 posts, 100,000 words, which isn't a lot, and I'm going to talk about that towards the end of this video, and then some of these down here. And if you're serious about Blaze AI, I would recommend you start on the Pro plan. If you don't like it, you can just cancel it. But this starts at $49 a month, and the reason that I recommend the Pro plan over the Creator plan is you get access to a lot more features. As down here, they say to get the same value, you'll need Canva Team for $30, ChatGPT Plus for $20, Hootsuite Professional for $99. And I will say, after testing this tool, you do get a lot of those similar functionalities. You get a lot of access to images like you do in Canva. You get social media management like you would in Hootsuite or Sprout Social. I would argue with this standpoint, though, I do believe you get more out of ChatGPT Plus than what Blaze AI has to offer. But you also get 300,000 words on the Pro plan, which for $49 a month, that is still low in my opinion compared to other AI writing tools that I've tested and reviewed. 150 posts per social, 3 accounts, 3 brand voices, etc., etc. So again, if you're curious to try out Blaze AI, I'd recommend starting with the free trial. And if you like it even past the free trial, try the pro plan for $49 for 1 month. If you don't like it, cancel it. But that's the name of the game with AI tools. You always got to keep testing things and just seeing what sticks. So the next thing I want to look at in this Blaze AI review is its user interface and all of the features that you get shown here on the left-hand side. And so if you sign up for a free trial or if you sign up for a paid account, your screen should look similar to mine. So you can kind of follow along here as I'm going through this. But the very first thing that I thought of when I logged into Blaze AI was, wow, holy smokes, can this tool do a lot? It's almost overwhelming to some extent. If I click create new and scroll down here, I mean, these are all the different things and functionalities that Blaze AI can create. So right here we have popular, right? I like how it breaks it down to popular. You can kind of filter up here, blog posts, social media posts, really for any platform. You can turn audio files into content, turn websites or videos into content. You can create multiple posts. You can create social media again, content, marketplaces, video, emails, ads, websites, sales, customer service, even recruiting stuff, etc., etc. I'm sure they're continuing to add more functionalities as time goes on. But this is the home screen here. So you can click away if you want to do emails, ads, tools, you can click things there to get started. But now I'm going to start going through these, right? Through these different features. So on the left-hand side, if you click Brand Kit, this is where I would recommend you start if you're going to create any types of content with Blaze AI. So the first item here is called brand styles. If I click that, it prompts you to integrate your Instagram or Facebook account. So it says here, we'll create brand styles based on your content. You can do that. It'll analyze your profiles. I did not integrate any social media accounts for this review, but you guys can definitely do that. And when it comes to brand voices, this is one of my favorite features of Blaze AI actually, is this brand voices, source materials, and snippets. I created my own Ryan Dozer AI voice, and if I click into it, you'll see it automatically created a brand voice with purpose, audience, tone, emotion, character, language, etc. And how did I do that? Well, if I click new brand voice, all you have to do is give it a URL. So I gave it my website, AIinsidertips.com, and it analyzed my entire website and created a brand voice based on the content from my website. You can also copy and paste any text if you want to do that. You can also upload files, PDF, TXT, HTML, and based on the content that you provide, it creates your own brand voice. So I thought that's a very unique feature. Now, source materials, you can think of this as like a knowledge base, like kind of like you can do in a custom GPT or a Claude project. You can upload any documents or text. So I have a Ryan Dozer bio. That's just text that I use for podcasts and speaking things I do. I gave it a PDF of my LinkedIn profile, and I also gave it AI Insider Tips, just so it has that as a knowledge base. Another cool thing is called snippets. So down here, what you can do, if I click new, you can add a new snippet. So whether it's a product description, a void list, audience, keywords, company info. I thought this was a really cool feature as well. You'll see I added a keyword snippet, so all the target keywords I want to go after in my content. I gave it my audience, so my target audience that I'm targeting with my content. And I also gave it a list of words and phrases to avoid. This is a very good thing that you should be doing with all AI outputs that you're creating, is giving it an avoidance list, because there are those words that ChatGPT, Claude, etc. always use, and we know it's AI right when we read it. Now, the next feature Blaze AI offers is called templates. And right when I clicked this, the first thing that popped into my head was Canva. This looks exactly like Canva as I was starting to use this. And so what I would do if you guys were starting to use these templates to create graphics is I would click this toggle right here, and you'll notice all the different things that it has capabilities for, right? An Instagram post, Facebook post, X or Twitter post. You can also create visuals for products on Amazon or eBay. What I like is you can also create thumbnails, right? TikTok thumbnail, Instagram reel thumbnail, or even a YouTube thumbnail. So if I click YouTube cover, if I scroll down, it has all the different categories. You can choose between different categories. And if I go ahead and click like, I don't know, corporate, right? Or coaching, whatever you want to do, you can click one of these as an example, similar to what you could do in Canva, and you could click use this template. You could upload your own images, select from stock photos they have, get an image from a link, or you can generate with AI. And so if you skip this step, you can name your design. I'm not going to do that in this example, but I just want to show you guys what you can do with this templates feature that Blaze AI has to offer. And this reminds me exactly of Canva. Now, the next feature here is Calendar, and this is what would replace your Hootsuite, your Sprout Social, or any other social media management tool that you might be using already. And so you'd have to integrate your social media accounts, of course. Obviously, I haven't done that, like I mentioned previously, but you'd integrate your Facebook account, your Instagram account, LinkedIn, X, etc., and you can manage all of your social media posts and your content calendar right in one interface. And speaking of integrations, if I click integrations down here, this is what Blaze AI can currently integrate with. Facebook right here, Instagram Business, LinkedIn, X, or Twitter can integrate with WordPress. You can auto publish blogs straight from Blaze AI to go directly to your website. That's a cool functionality a lot of AI writing tools have. You can also integrate with Zapier. That's really cool as well. Or you can create your own API key with Blaze AI, and you can integrate it with other apps if you prefer to do that as well. But this is a really cool functionality where, again, a tool like Hootsuite or a Sprout Social, they charge usually $100 a month just for this one feature of social media management and managing all of your different accounts in one calendar interface. Now, the next feature is analytics. And of course, I'd have to integrate my social media accounts and actually post from here to get any data. But this is cool that it has a built in content analytics platform where it can track and monitor the performance of all social media accounts that you're using in Blaze AI. And if I click approvals, this is a cool little project management feature that they have. If you have a team using Blaze AI, you can assign things, you can request things, kind of keep things organized here, excuse me. And so kind of coming down here below files and projects, if I click recent, this shows everything that you've created on Blaze AI. You can come back to it easily this way. You can filter by projects, documents, design, shared with me. If you click uploads, this is where you can upload any image to Blaze AI if you want to do that. If I click upload, it'll just try to upload from my desktop. And then you can create folders here. This is good from an organizational perspective. Now, when it comes to customer support and learning materials, I always like to cover this in my reviews as I don't see a lot of creators talking about this, but it is very important in my opinion if you're trying to master an AI tool that a tool actually provides some resources. And so Blaze AI does just that and then some. And on the bottom left, if you click help and learn Blaze, if you just need customer support, you can click support. That pops open a live chat. Or if I come back here and click help, this brings up a bunch of FAQs like we would typically see. But where Blaze that takes us to the next level, if you click help and learn Blaze, they have what's called a Blaze Academy. And again, back to the gamification of this AI tool, there's all these different powers you can unlock. Pro level, right? You can, edit your icon and create a superhero icon, unlock these powers, right? Et cetera, et cetera. And if I scroll down, they have Blaze tutorials and also a business booster. So they have tons and tons of these different tutorials here that you can watch to kind of familiarize and I guess become more comfortable using Blaze AI. So long story short, I think this is very cool that they have this Blaze Academy to kind of get people up to speed and help learn this AI tool even quicker. So now I'm going to show you how to create an SEO optimized blog post step by step using Blaze AI. But before we just do that, what you want to do first is ensure that your brand kit is properly filled out. So whether it's your brand style, your brand voice, adding source materials, adding snippets, I promise you guys taking these extra steps in the beginning will be well worth it to ensure that your outputs are of the highest quality. So first things first, make sure your brand kit is filled out. And after your brand kit's done, click create new up top, and you should see blog post here next to popular. Let's click that. And so now it's going to walk you through generating a blog post step by step. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the following. It's asking me what I want to write about. I'm going to say create a blog post about 5 AI predictions for 2025 and whether or not we should be scared, right? That's a popular topic right now. You can also click generate topic for me. And then once you have the topic, you can have Blaze AI autofill all the fields if you want. But if I were you, I would click I'll fill it in myself. You're always going to get higher outputs the more control you have over blog post fields. So I'll click I'll fill it in myself. And so next what you can do is name it. So I'm just going to do, let's do AI predictions. Let's do that. What's the goal of this blog post? This is informational. Who's the target audience? So again, back to that audience snippet that I created in my brand kit, you'll see right here, it's the YouTube audience. That's why it's so important to have your brand kit filled out first. How long should this post be? Now, remember, you only get, I think, 100,000 words on that starter plan, 300,000 words on the middle tier. I'd recommend either medium or long. So we'll start with medium. What types of keywords? And again, keywords was another snippet we could do in our brand kit. So here are my AI marketing keywords. Now, again, in this example, it's not really relevant, but what I will do is I'll do AI predictions. Let's do AI predictions 2025. And you guys get the point. I could add more long tail ones if I wanted to. And here's my brand voice. So my Ryan Dozer brand voice is what I want right here, right? That's what I want to fill out. And then you can also select your source material. I want AI insider tips. I want my bio. I'll just throw my LinkedIn profile in there as well just to have it. And you can also add more configurations here. If I click show, you can add a call to action. You can add an author persona, a product service description. This is important. The avoid. This is where you can add your words and phrases to avoid in this blog post. That's why it's important to have that in your brand kit. You can also add additional info if you want, but I'm just going to click select images and move to the next step. And then here it's going to ask, what images do you want to use in your blog post? So it's going to come up with these ones here. I don't like these at all, if I'm being honest, what it prompts me here with. So what I would do is you can click either add from another source. You can click show more and it'll show you more down here. I'm going to click add from another source. And you can upload if you want. You can add GIFs, stock images. What I'm going to do is just click generate. And this will take you to a text box where you can do a text to image type prompt here. So I'm going to do, let's do a photo. And let's leave a square as well. So I'm going to do AI predictions for 2025 and then click generate image. And I'm going to skip ahead after this is complete. All right, so here's the image that Blaze AI created. Now, outside of it misspelling 2025 and adding an extra 5 there and a random couch in the middle, not bad. I believe DALL-E 3, if I had to guess, is powering this behind the scenes. Again, there's no transparency of what AI image model it's using. I'll talk about that here in a little bit. But once you get this image, if you like it, you can redo it if you want. Click insert image, and then it should take you to the next step. So now that that's checked, you can check as many as you want. I'm going to click generate titles. And so here it's going to automatically generate 5 titles for this blog post using AI. AI predictions 20, that's a long title. AI predictions, let's do this one. AI predictions, empowering marketers. I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can also write your own if you want to do that as well. The next step is click generate outline. And this will create a content outline based on the inputs that we had previously. So here's the introduction. Again, if you don't like this, you can click regenerate intro. That's a cool little button they have there. And here's your blog's outline. So it has AI predictions, should we be scared? So again, this is a shorter blog post, only 2 H2s and then 3 H3s below each one. You can regenerate the headers if you want to do that too. I'm just going to click generate post and then I'm going to move on to the next step. I'm going to skip ahead after this output is complete. All right, so here's the blog post that Blaze AI generated. And the first thing I notice is that for some reason, maybe I missed something in the settings as I was setting this up, it adds an image to every single H3. So I definitely don't want that. I only want one image here in this blog post. Now, there's a ton of different things you can do here. In this interface, it's almost overwhelming, but it is a nice little looking content editor. And so what you can do here is you can edit it, right? So it has all the different functionalities like you'd see in a Word doc or WordPress, where you can edit the text here, change the fonts, do whatever you want there. You can share it. If I click this, there's a lot of options to move it around in different folders, edit, so you can comment, read, add to favorites, copy a link, make a copy. You can publish it from here, export it, delete it, etc., etc. And on the right-hand side, you'll notice an edit history. That's kind of cool. There's an option to improve quality. So if you don't even like this, I could literally just click improve quality. It'll rewrite the whole article. Edit tone, change length, turn into SEO analysis. That's kind of cool. Check for plagiarism. Download media posts, and you can do all these things with properties. Here's the owner. But what's really cool about this is there's an option up top, turn this doc into 50 plus content types. So you can repurpose one blog post or another form of content into several other forms of content with one click with Blaze AI. That's very cool. So if I click this, now I'm curious, you can repurpose this blog post. Here are all the options. So let's say I want to repurpose this blog post into a Facebook post or a LinkedIn post. Or a Twitter thread, right? You can obviously do more down here, like an email if you want to. I'm going to click confirm details. Then it's going to take me to a campaign. Sure, let's just call it Future AI Insights. Save it in this folder. We want to use my Ryan Dozer AI voice. include images, and then here are the posts that it's going to generate. And I'm going to click generate content. And so now I'm going to skip ahead after all of this stuff is complete as well. All right, so it took Blaze AI about 30 seconds to repurpose all of that. And if you want to find all of the work that you've done inside Blaze AI, make sure to click recent here under files and projects. And right here is my blog post, AI predictions. Here's my Facebook post, my LinkedIn post, my Twitter thread. So if I click my Facebook post, let's see what this looks like. So this is what it would look like in real time with that little image there. If I go back, and just one quick thing that I don't like about Blaze AI from a user interface perspective, there's no back button. So if I hit this menu button, I have to take an extra step to click recent. That's a very small nitpicky thing, but that is something in other AI tools that I know that they have. So they have a LinkedIn post as well if we review this. So here's what it would look like. They even had hashtags. The image, I wouldn't use that image. I don't even know what that means. But in terms of copy, that's not bad at all. It has a little hook up here, has some body stuff in the middle, but not terrible. Long story short, even that blog post wasn't bad as well when I went through it for the first time. Now, this is all great, and Blaze AI is a very powerful and useful tool, but there are some things that I need to talk about that I don't like about this AI tool. And number one being model transparency. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, if I go and try to create a blog post or any other types of content for that matter, there is no transparency of what AI models they are using behind the scenes to power their outputs. Is it GPT-4o? Is it GPT-4o Mini, Claude 3.5 Sonnet, Claude 3.5 Haiku, right? Now, that may sound advanced to AI beginners and people watching who might not care, but I'm going to tell you guys, if I'm being honest, GPT-4o and Claude 3.5 Sonnet, those outputs are night and day different compared to the mini version of 4o or GPT-4 or 3.5 or even Claude 3.5 Haiku. Those are all cheaper from an API perspective, but 4o and 3.5 Sonnet are kind of the best models right now for writing. Obviously, I don't know if they're using Gemini. I doubt it. So that does make a big difference to me, at least. Now, in terms of, or on the same topic of model transparency, I also could apply the same thing to images. If I go back to my recent blog post, here's that AI image that it generated. Again, no transparency. Was it DALL-E 3? If I had to guess, this would be DALL-E 3 based on looking at this. Was it Flux? Was it Ideogram? Was it Leonardo, right? I would like more transparency on what models they are using to create both text outputs and images. Now, another thing I don't necessarily like about Blaze AI is its pricing. And let me clarify, I'm not talking about all the features that you get. I think this is actually pretty fair pricing if you consider all the different factors. What I don't like in particular is the word limits. You only get 100,000 words on a $34 a month plan, or even 300,000 words on a $49 a month plan. If we compare this to other popular AI writing tools like Journalist AI, you get 500,000 words for $39 a month, or even SEO Writing AI. For only $19 a month, you get up to 50 blog posts. That's about 1,000 words of blog posts. And even if we compare it to something like ChatGPT Plus, heck, you probably get 100,000 words a day using ChatGPT Plus with its usage limits versus what you get with Blaze AI. Now, if you're going to use Blaze AI for all of its other functionalities and you like the interface, you like the social media management, you like the templates, you like the images, right? That is what Blaze AI is for. It is for those beginners to AI who aren't advanced or super users of ChatGPT Plus. If you know how to create a custom GPT and you know how to set custom instructions, upload parameters, upload knowledge bases, you know how to use ChatGPT search and ChatGPT projects, and you're using this tool every single day, something like Blaze AI, in my opinion, isn't going to move the needle much for you. Again, this caters towards beginners of AI who are looking for, I guess, a tool to hold their hand in some extent. With the Blaze AI Academy, they don't really know where to start. They like easy things. They like simple interfaces. Blaze AI is a perfect tool for AI beginners. So to conclude this review of Blaze AI, after evaluating the pros and cons, I still have to admit this is a high quality AI tool, especially when you compare it to the dozens, if not hundreds of other AI SaaS tools that exist. Kudos to the team at Blaze AI for not taking the easy way out like most of these AI SaaS tools did. All they are is white label OpenAI. They can create blog posts, short form content using below average models, GPT 3.5, 4.0 mini, right? And they're upcharging the user on the back end with API calls. I do appreciate how Blaze AI took this above and beyond and added all of these templates to kind of mimic Canva. And they also added a social media management functionality to replace like a Hootsuite or a Sprout Social. So again, kudos to the team at Blaze AI. If you guys are interested in trying this tool for 7 days, click the link in the description or pinned comment below. Come to the pricing page and click Start Free Trial. Again, you get 7 days of free access to Blaze AI, and I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Are you a fan of this tool? Have you used it before? Really want to know what you guys have to say. And with all that being said, if you've made it this far into the video, I appreciate you. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you found value in this review of Blaze AI. But most importantly, I hope you all have a great day.